Check 1, 2. Just making sure y'all can hear me. I'm going button. Oh, no. I think I just deleted it. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my Lord, there's no way. No, I found it. We're good. Woo. Good evening, everybody. I want to start off by saying excellent party/wedding. Shout out to the Curleys. All right, I'm starting now. For those who don't know me, I'm Dean Smith. Hang on a second.
That way people can hear you.
Is there a way to tighten it? Dylan's best man. I have had the honor of knowing him for about 15 years now. Funny story, how we actually met. Well, I don't even know if we really met, but Dylan and I first crossed paths in high school as rivals on a soccer team. Me for Lexington, Dylan for South Aiken. During the game, Sammy and Dylan, Sammy is our fellow groomsman here, they got into it on the field, and Sammy ended the exchange by punching Dylan directly in his face. Dylan says it's a slap. It was not. It was a punch. In true soccer style, Dylan acted like he'd lost a limb. He pleaded with the ref for way too long to have Sammy thrown out of the game. But nobody saw it, so the game went on. I'm not even sure who won the game that day, but
3-0, South Aiken.
he says they won their way. But Sammy and I walked away with a good laugh and a story that we still tell to this day. Not long after that, Sammy and I decided that we were going to try out for a South Carolina United team. And who do we see at the tryout and already on the team but Dylan Gall? We were not sure what to think of it at first, but we all ended up on the same team, and we all ended up being friends, even after Dylan being punched in the face. After becoming friends in high school, we went on to college as teammates, roommates, and best friends. We've stayed close ever. Oh my! I did not think I was going to get teary. We've stayed close ever since. So close, in fact, that when Dylan landed a job in Columbia, he moved in with my wife and I while he looked for a place of his own. He was only with us for a few months, but it felt like forever. I'm joking. It was actually great having him back as a roommate. Once he got his own place, it wasn't long before I started hearing about a girl that he was interested in, Caitlin Curley. And let me tell you, Dylan was smitten. Every time he'd get a text from her, he would say, "Ooh, Caitlin Curley just texted me." Like he couldn't believe his luck, and that's not a joke, he really did do that. He was completely swept off his feet, and it didn't take him long to realize that she was the one. I'll admit, I was not convinced in the first 3 days, because Dylan said she was the one in 3 days, that was the truth. But it didn't take me long to realize how perfect they were for each other. So here we are today, celebrating the start of this incredible new chapter in Dylan and Caitlin's lives. Dylan, it's been incredible seeing you go from that guy that Sammy beat up on the high school soccer field to a man who's completely and genuinely in love. Caitlin, you've been the perfect match to his nervous energy and enthusiasm. Together you make an incredible team, and I couldn't be happier for you both. So here's to Dylan and Caitlin. May your lives together be full of love, laughter, and unforgettable memories.
Oh.
So happy for y'all.
That was perfect.
All right, I'd like to invite our matrons of honor up here, Emma and Krista.
Hey guys. This is gonna be weird.
All right, well, hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here to celebrate Caitlin and Dylan. My name is Krista.
My name's Emma.
We are both the matrons of honor, a tradition that we kept for each of our weddings.
Yeah, we've been married every 2 years. So Krista in 2020, me in 2022, and now Caitlin in 2024. And that's hopefully not a tradition that we're gonna keep. Hopefully that'll end here.
And just so a record, I started that, so they just copied me.
Well, we really copied each other because we wanted to be the triple Ds. We have her husband Daniel, my husband David, and now we have Dylan.
We met Caitlin in college. We're all music education majors. We all bonded from the stress of being a music education major. We couldn't have gotten through that without one another. Just a great memory of Caitlin. She's going to kill me, but I'm going to tell her. Caitlin used to basically live at my apartment with Emma, and we went on this really amazing New York trip. And Caitlin is such a trooper. She's been such an amazing girl ever since I met her. She drank the night before, threw up in the morning, got a toothbrush, and got on that plane to New York that next morning. So she's really been through the thick of it with all of us. Yeah. So from late nights to singing together in our senior recitals to pushing through the first years of teaching, we've really grown to be quite the trio. We are lucky to be with our girl today to celebrate her.
So a few years back, Caitlin and I kind of made this little joke that 2023 would be the year where she found her man. And that ended up being completely true because she met Dylan towards the beginning of 2023 and they were engaged by the end of that year. And I always knew, like, with Caitlin, she would go on dates with guys and it wouldn't really work out. And I was like, girl, when you find the one that you want, like, it's going to happen fast. And it did, so.
One of our first impressions of Dylan was in June of 2023 when Emma and I visited Caitlin in Lexington to kick off our summer at her lake house for a few days. We hadn't even met him yet, and Dylan had left 3 vases of flowers on the front steps of the lake house for us when we got there, so it's super sweet of him.
But I will say, 3 or 4 years ago, if a guy had done that for Caitlin, she probably would have gotten the ick and, like, broken up with him immediately. But for some reason with Dylan, like, she was all for it. She was completely sold on him, and we totally got that vibe on that trip. We were like, okay, like, we could tell that this was the one, so.
It has been so nice to see them commit so fully to each other over the past year and a half or so, and have the full confidence that they are meant to be together.
So we just wish you guys all the best. We're so happy for you, and we love you both, and we wish many more years to come. So congratulations, guys.
Cheers, Caitlin and Dylan.
All right, at this time I'd like to invite all our guests out to the dance floor.